Hello. Um, I just thought I'd talk to you about Tank Wars. I picked it up the other day. I haven't bought any warlord stuff for quite some time. Not because I don't like it, it's just that I've been doing more scale modelling and chipping away at other little projects that I've had to go on. But I wasn't 100% if I was going to buy this or not to start, but I did buy it. As always, it's a nice little book. You know, when they do put a nice little book together, there's enough in there to get you going, and it does combine nice with the core book. Do you know what I mean? And I think they do turn. I mean, the other books I've got the core book, and the Soviets and the Russians, which is my favourite theatre of war. Anyway, it's the Russian front. Just appeals to me more. I think the lion's share of the fighting goes on there, so I just like that. And I mean, the things I've introduced in here which I like is the progression of your drivers, and they can become veterans and you can start as green, and there's the elements of being able to do a nice sort of campaign. Do you know what I mean? The extra rules that you can bolt into the main book. I mean, it'd be nice to, as well to see do something like that for the infantry. I mean, I've not checked the forums. I haven't really looked into anything yet, but I like the idea of the campaign anyway, and I think that lends itself really nice to that. Like, and it would be nice if they did something for the troops. I mean, it says something might already been existent. Please tell me if it is anybody else knows where your troops can get experience and skills, and it'd be cool. So I think that just adds an extra element to the game when you put kill rings on your tanks and stuff and things like that. I mean, I'll probably find myself kind of playing a mix of the games, because I like the idea of tank wars, paint 10 tanks, whack out a load of terrain, you can have a really quick game. Do you know what I mean? And nice big open table would be perfect for tank wars, so I think that's pretty cool. But I also like the idea of combining like the tank platoons with the standard infantry platoons and stuff like that. And I've always liked bolt action. It's a nice easy game to play, fast and speedy, you know what I mean? You can get a good game. Even when you've got a stupid amount of stuff on the table, it still seems to go quite well, which is not designed for that, but it's a good game even when it's breaking, kind of thing. But it's interesting enough to get my Russians off out the shelf, do you know what I mean? Because my Russians I've got an SS army, which I think with a few more tanks and I think a naval weapon, it'll kind of like be okay as playing an SS for an SS motorised division, like, kind of thing. But I think the Russians is more my play style. Do you know what I mean? Lots of troops, throw me, be aggressive. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry about casualties, and I'm a bit of a commie at heart, so I think it's about time I got these buggers done, because I've got enough infantry. I've got the army starter set. I've got Siberian veterans, so I've got a lot of infantry. I've got a mortar, machine gun, and I've got a tank all ready to go with these. I mean, I was collecting other tanks to use with the battle action stuff. I was collecting Tamiya because I like the size a bit better, but I will use them in private games now. The Tamiya tanks with this, like, but I think there's a good chance that I might actually enter some tournaments and some competition gaming for playing battle action. I could see it being the one that it would tempt me to do it, like, you know what I mean? So I think I'll build everything in the same scale tanks, surely because they're smaller and you won't be able to get shot as easy as if I stick a Tamiya on against a T-34. It's a big size difference. So surely for tournament reasons, if I want to enter, I'll start using more battle action tanks. Can't comment on any of the new ones. I haven't seen them, but the plastic's okay. It's good. The only grumble I've ever had with my Russians is the flag was too heavy for his pole, but you cut that off and pin it anyway. So I think first look at Tank Wars, I've got quite positive feelings about it. Quite positive. I think it's going to play well. As I says, just be nice to have, as I says, more specialist rules for the armour. So, anyways, I'll get some of my Russians painted and I'll post a few. So I haven't painted any 28mm war game stuff for ages. It's going to be a bit of a what's it for me, getting back into that smaller scale. I mean, I kind of like Tank Wars as well because it coincided with what I was reading, which was Kursk. I mean, I've been reading this, and I've been reading quite a bit on the World War II, but from reading like this Kursk book, which is a good read by Lloyd Clark, kind of reassuming that I need pioneers and I need much more engineers for both my forces if you want to play like sort of a Kursk battle, which I think would be pretty good. Sort of best of both World War II and World War I on one battlefield, lots of trenches, lots of dug in, artillery, massive tank clashes, can't be a bad thing. I'm already most of the way there with the troops, so who knows, Kursk battlefield might come. Anyway, take care peeps.